If you have ever lost trying to follow a map or a plan in the IELTS listening test, don't worry, you aren't alone. Hello friends, I'm Abra here with another IELTS video about leveling a map or plan. This section tests not just listening, it checks your ability to understand spoken direction, to visualize a space, and to understand location and landmarks. In this video, you will learn how to listen actively for directional language, reference points, and avoid traps. So, what is map or plan labeling? In the IELTS listening test, it's quite common in section 2 to have this type of question. So you will hear a description of a place, such as a building or a park or a museum, and your task would be to label the map or plan using the information you hear. Now, why is this task challenging? There are many reasons why it's so difficult to do. There are lots of visual information that you get lost in because you have to look at so many things at the same time. And there is need to follow directions quickly. You must follow everything as you hear the speaker. And there are many similar sounding places that confuse test takers. Places are pretty much the same. There are distractors which are put in the listening test deliberately to mislead you, to confuse you. So you need to be careful of distractors. Another thing is there's paraphrasing. So words that you see in the question, you may not find the same words in the speaker while you're hearing the audio. So maybe the speaker uses synonymous words of the words that you have read in the question, or they use kind of paraphrasing. So to deal with this kind of question, you need to have a strategy. So let me help you with a strategy that you should have in order to tackle this type of question. You must read the question carefully, and you should highlight any keywords that you find there, because that will guide you to find the answer. You need to look at the plan or map carefully. You need to read and understand the map very well so that you are familiar with everything given on the map before you listen to the speaker. You also need to identify compass directions, like which side is now north, south, east, and west. If it is not given there, it's a good idea to write north, south, east, and west on the map that you need to follow. You also need to locate fixed reference points. For example, where is the entrance? What is there on the right side of the entrance? What is there on the left side of the entrance, and so on. So any important landmarks, you must look at them carefully. You also need to think of possible vocabulary that the speaker might use. For example, next to, opposite, behind, to the left, to the right. and so on. You may hear location or position phrases such as opposite, next to, beside, in front of, behind, between, adjacent to, at the corner of, on the left, on the right, at the end of the corridor or street. You should also familiarize yourself with the direction phrases such as go straight ahead, turn left, turn right, go past something like any building, go past, building A, or go past the library or something. Walk along the path, follow the road until you reach a particular place. Just before, just after, take the first, second turning on the left or right. It's around the corner from that place. Head towards the main entrance. Here you have direction phrases with the pictures, with the images that can help you understand some phrases better. So you can take a picture of it, or you can take a look at it again and again. That might help you comprehend it in a better way. There are some phrases which are related to landmark. So have a look at some landmark based phrases. For example, you will see a cafe on your right. It's near the fountain or library, across from the main entrance, next to the reception desk, in the same building as, opposite the science block. There could be more, but the more you have phrases like this, the better you follow what the speaker is saying in the IELTS listening test. Let me give you some listening tips. You must focus on sequence words, such as first, then, next, after that, finally, because these sequence words guide you through what the speaker is saying. When the speaker is making the first point, the second point, the third point, and so on. You must be expecting false starts and corrections, such as no, actually, turn left, not right. So the speaker says something, then he says it's wrong, and then he makes corrections. So you must follow what the speaker is saying until the end before choosing the correct answer. And you should be watchful of distractors. The speaker may mention several locations, but only one location is correct. And that's why you have to listen to the speaker very patiently until the last what is spoken, because he might say the correct answer at the end. Let me provide you with some top tips for map or plan labeling. So first, you should use the 30 seconds to scan and predict answers. I have made one video how to guess the answer before the audio starts. So you can watch that video to understand at this point fully well. So you must use these 30 seconds to look at the options and that you need to choose from. You must use a pencil to follow along the map while listening, because that helps you. So you just take a pencil and just move your pencil according to what the speaker says. If he says go straight ahead, you move the pencil ahead. If the speaker says take the right, you move the pencil to the right, and so on. You should label your map clearly and quickly. because you don't have much time. So if you get the correct answer, just write there on the map. And you shouldn't panic if you miss one. Stay focused for the next one. So if you are just waiting to get the answer that you are not able to find, then you can lose answers of the rest of the question. So if you miss something, just leave it and focus on the next ones. Let me give you a recap of what I have said until now. You must be confident with common directional phrases. So if you are familiar with directional phrases, it helps you follow the speaker when he is trying to give you directions on the map. You must refer to landmarks and reference points because they actually guide you find the correct answers. And it would be ideal to practice with a real IELTS test and improve your map reading skill. So first, you should master skills, learn different types of phrases using the giving directions, and then you should practice the real test under exam conditions using those directional phrases. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you find it useful. Here's the link of my YouTube channel.